Hello and welcome to Storytime with Teacher Beth. I'm Teacher Beth. Today we'll be reading Froggy Gets Dressed, written by Jonathan London, illustrated by Frank Remkiewicz. If you have the story and you'd like to read along, go ahead and grab it now. Otherwise, check out the link below where you can find your own copy. Froggy Gets Dressed. It was cold. Froggy woke up and looked out the window. "Snow, snow," he sang. "I want to play in the snow." "Go back to sleep, Froggy," said his mother. "Don't you know? Frogs are supposed to sleep all winter. Wake up when the snow melts." "No, no," cried Froggy. "I'm awake, awake. I want to go out and play in the snow." So Froggy put on his socks, zoop, pulled on his boots, zip, put on his hat, zat, tied on his scarf, zwit, tugged on his mittens, zoom, and flopped outside into the snow. Flop, flop, flop. "Froggy," called his mother. "What?" yelled Froggy. "Did you forget to put something on?" Froggy looked down. "Oops," cried Froggy. "I forgot to put on my pants." He hopped back inside, flop, 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 tugged off his mitten, untied his scarf, took off his hat, pulled off his boots. He left his socks on and slipped his pants on, zip. Then he pulled on his boots, zip, put on his hat, zap, tied on his scarf, zwit, tugged on his mittens, zoom, and flopped back outside into the snow, flop, flop, flop. "Froggy," called his mother. "What?" yelled Froggy. "Did you forget to put something on?" Froggy looked down. "Oops," cried Froggy. "I forgot to put on my shirt." "And your coat," added his mother. He flopped back inside, flop, 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 tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf, took off his hat. He left on his pants, boots, and socks on, and buttoned up his shirt, zip, zip, zip. Then he snapped on his coat, snap, and put on his hat, zat, tied on his scarf, zwit, tugged on his mittens, zoom, and flopped back outside into the snow, plop, plop, plop. "Froggy," called his mother. "What?" yelled Froggy. "Did you forget to put something on?" Froggy looked down. He had on his mittens. He had on his scarf. He had on his coat. He had on his shirt. He had on his pants. He had on his boots. He had on his socks. He reached up. Yep, he had on his hat. What could be missing? What do you think it is? "Your underwear," his mother laughed. "Oops," cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. He flopped back inside, flop, 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 tugged off his mitten, untied his scarf, unsnapped his coat, unbuttoned his shirt, unzipped his pants, pulled off his boot, took off his socks. He left his hat on. He slipped his long johns on with a zap of elastic. Then he put on one sock, zoop, pulled on one boot, zip, tugged on one mutton, zoom, and started to tug on the other and let it drop and said, "I'm too tired," and went back to sleep. Zzz. Good night, Froggy. The end. Oh my goodness, have you ever been so excited to do something that you kept forgetting? Froggy Gets Dressed. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I did, and I'll see you next time on Storytime with Teacher Beth. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Bye.